Hey, here we go. Episode 2 of Fend for Yourselves. This is where I show you how to make delicious things that are very easy, that even a moron could do in the kitchen. If you're a kitchen moron, you can do these things that I have for you today. So, something quick, something easy, the best homemade guacamole you've ever had. Not just the best you've ever made, because you probably haven't made any if you're actually trying to learn something from me, but the best you've ever had. All right, so let's get started. All right, here we go. We're going to start with a jalapeno. This is the biggest jalapeno I have ever seen in my life. Well, maybe not the biggest, but it's a big one. So here's what we're going to do. We're not going to have our guacamole be real spicy because it's not supposed to be. You know why? Because it's not supposed to be. That's why. All right, so here's how you make it where your guacamole is not going to be really spicy. Cut that part, get rid of it, and then you split it this way. Thusly, perfectly, like that. Now, what is the spicy part of a jalapeno? The seeds, right? Wrong! It's not the seeds. It's this little white thing in here, this membrane, this part of it. That's where the spice comes from. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that out. I mean, we're just doing surgery on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a serial killer dismembering the jalapeno. Get all of the insides out so I can play with it and amuse myself with it. Like that. Okay, but you do want to get all the seeds out as well. So get them out of there. And then you take it and lay it flat and just kind of slide your knife. Wait, slide your knife. Can you see it this way? Slide your knife down it like that to get all of that out of there. All right? Then we're going to take it and we're going to cut it like this a few times, down the sides, down the middle, and make little strips. Then we're going to take it, line it up, and then dice it finely, little pieces, little pieces. Be careful, don't cut yourself, because I don't want a lawsuit, and I'm not even going to hear it. You say, TJ told me to cut myself, and I cut myself, and now I don't have all my fingers. Not my fault. Okay, so you get it like this, and then you're going to run your knife through it again, like you know what you're doing. Like that, and like that. Get them all chopped up. Okay, then we do the same with the other one. So then, push that out of the way, and let's do the other side. I'm going to do it over the sink so I can get rid of it. I'm just going to pull this out. You saw me do the last one. It's all right. You don't have to knock yourself out trying to follow me, Mr. Todd. And then you're showing my dirty sink. Is it dirty? My wife will freak out if somebody says something about our sink being dirty because she's not home. And she'll blame it on me for not. I didn't leave it dirty. That's what she'd say. All right, so get all the white stuff out of there. Then there's one thing that you should know when it comes to me and dealing with peppers. It makes me sneeze a lot of times. So if that happens, don't freak out. I don't have the COVID or any of that kind of stuff. And you're not eating it anyway, so who cares? I could be coughing all over it. None of your business. It wouldn't hurt you. All right, so we turn it on. Do it again. Slice it like that. The knife needs to be sharpened. God, you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to quit that radio show and start just focusing on the cooking show non-stop so I got time to prepare everything as it should be. And another thing I need to do is stop talking into the camera while I'm chopping because I'm going to cut my thumb off. All right, so you got it, and then you're going to type little bitty pieces, little bitty dicing, and just get it all going. Making a happy little chopped jalapeno. All right, now, all chopped, no seeds, no membrane in it, not spicy. Okay, what else we're going to need? We're going to need some fresh lime juice in this, about half of a lime. So I'm going to show you how to chop a lime when you need half of a lime. Look at that. Look at that. I'm telling you, it's not my purpose here. It's not my purpose to show off how well I can cook. It's to teach you how to cook something. But sometimes I have to flex on y'all a little bit, just a little bit. All right, now, here's something that's going to be different about my guacamole is that I'm putting cilantro in mine. Cilantro. Say it with cilantro. Now, a lot of people don't like cilantro. If you're one of those people, it's perfectly fine. If you don't like cilantro, you're just going to be screwed out of this recipe. That's all. No, I'm kidding. Don't put if you don't like cilantro, don't put cilantro in. Some people say it tastes like soap. I love it. I love cilantro. I love the way the cilantro feels. I love the way it smells. Oh, I love the way it sounds when you say cilantro. It's guttural. Cilantro. From here, tro. Let's chop it up. Okay. Now, you want to know how much cilantro you're going to use? About this much. About this much. Just the leaves. That's all you're using is the leaves. I don't want no stems in my cilantro. I don't want the stems. Stems are bad when it comes to this. So here's what you do. You just bunch it all up like this. Make a little ball out of it. And then you just start whacking at it. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Oh! I got you. It's fine, it's fine. And then you're just going to chop the crap out of it. Just go around and around and around. You're chopping your cilantro. I love the cilantro, my friend. Woo! Earlier, Mr. Todd said that cilantro smells strong. I'm like, I know it does, and it's fantastic. I wish I could put it under the seat of my truck and use it as an air freshener. That's how much I love the smell of cilantro. It seems like I'm getting a little creepy about the cilantro, but I don't care because I love it. I'm not hiding my love for the cilantro. Never am, never have. Okay, get it all chopped up really, really, except for that piece. He's trying to sneak in there. All right, so there you go. That's how much cilantro it does. Do a handful of leaves, chop them up, and that's how much you need. Now, what are we going to need? The main ingredient of a guacamole, or as my wife calls it, guacamole dip. No, she calls it avocado dip, avocados. That's the main ingredient, the avocados. And these came from Mexico. The Hass avocado from Mexico. Where else would they come from? That's right, California. But these came from Mexico because they're the real deal. They're no, fake California avocados. All right? So there's a way to get to the avocado meat. Here's what I'm going to do, though, because I'm always cautious. I don't want to cut my hand, so I'm going to put the avocado right there, right? And then let me rinse that knife off. And let me dry that knife. All right, so then you're going to push it down till you hit the seed. Boom, there's the seed. Now you just turn the knife around in it until it pulls apart like that. All right? That looks pretty good. Now you want to use avocados, the avocado that is, you want it to be a little bit soft. You don't want a hard avocado. When your avocados are hard, you're not getting anywhere. In this case, it's bad to have hard avocado. So how are you going to get that out of there? Well, it looks like that seed's about to fall out, but normally you just take your knife and stick it in the seed and twist it, and then it's out. Okay? Now, I'm going to do the other one. But I'll do it without the towel this time. Maybe you can see better. Hopefully I won't cut myself. So then you go there, round, round. I should have you doing the second one, Mr. Todd. See if you learn anything. He doesn't learn much. There, it's out. All right. Got that. in the trash. Now, what do we need? A spoon. Hold on. Let me get a spoon over here. Well, I'm yelling like I don't have a microphone on. Like if I walk away from the camera, you can't hear me. All right, so here's what you do. Get you a bowl. Like here, we'll put it right here. And then you just scoop the avocado out away from the peel. Put it in the bowl. Put it in the bowl. Put it in the bowl. And then you do that with the other ones, obviously. Now, if you see any brown stuff on your avocado, it doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt you, but I get it. If you don't like that, just chop it out or pull it out with your fingers. Who cares? Now, these are going to start turning brown pretty fast anyway. You know why? Because they're avocados. Duh. That is called the oxidation process when they start to change. And that's why it's not really great to have avocados or what are we making? Guacamole in leftovers, right? Because it turns brown. But what we do to keep it from oxidizing so quickly is we're going to do this. We're going to add some acid, some acidity to it, which would be the lime. Although our friends in Mexico call them limons. Did you know? In limon, yes, Limon. Limon. At least that's what they called it at that all-inclusive resort in Cancun when I was there. I act like I have roots in Mexico. I don't. I've been a few times. Got crazy, you know. I got crazy on them. All right, so we're going to put that aside for a moment. Uno momento. And then we're going to get one of these. This is called a mortar and pestle. If you don't have one of these, then you're poor. And nobody likes you. No, it doesn't matter. You can do it without this if you want. It's just going to be a little more difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those chopped up jalapenos from earlier and we're going to put them in here. And we don't have to get all of them. And what we're going to do is grind them up. Just grind them. And so what you're doing here is releasing the freshness of the jalapeno jalapeno pieces. And then you're also making it where people aren't crunching down on big pieces of jalapeno in the guacamole, right? So, go in there, get it smashed up or mashed up, however you want to say it, whatever the case may be. I was doubting this shirt today. Then, you know what? If y'all gonna make fun of me about something, you're gonna find something to make fun of me about. I don't even care. All right, so there you go. You got them all mashed up and you be that. Like, sound like Lil' Kim. You remember Lil' Kim did that in Moulin Rouge? Yeah. Can y'all see that? Is every camera getting that? You see what it looks like? All right, then we're just going to set that aside. And I'm going to do this to make sure I don't touch my eyes, because it'll still burn you up in the eyes. Then we're going to get some salt. It's very simple. And then the secret ingredient that most people don't use that I'm going to use, but don't tell anybody, this is just between us, okay? Let me go get the secret ingredient. I'm sorry. It is hot in here. I'm hot under these lights. I'm breathing all heavy because I'm acting like I'm in a race or something. Well, let me tell you the truth, if I may get honest with you for a second. This is not Mr. Todd, the cameraman's #1 gig. This is kind of a side hustle for him. No, it's and not. I try to, you do important video stuff and all that stuff, but he's out here, in these streets for me, trying to get my little show off the ground because he knows that we've been through some hard times. Me and Mr. Todd have been through hard times together. Y'all don't even want to know. I won't bore you with that. Okay. So we have the avocados in this bowl with the lime juice on them. Blah, 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 blah. Now, here's the secret ingredient. We're going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil over these avocados. Now, how much olive oil? Just a drizzle, as much as you just saw me pour. I don't know how much that was, but that's what it looks like up in there. Now you're like, what are we going to do now? You're going to get a potato masher. These are about $1, I guess. I don't know. And you're going to mash the avocados and the olive oils together with a potato masher. And then it's going to look like that, and then you just got to dump it out, bang it on the side, and then do some more squishy, mash it up. Now you don't want to get it too squishy because I like a little chunks of avocado in the dip. I don't like it to, be at a whipped type state like Mr. Todd is. Ooh, that's what I get. My microphone's falling there. Shouldn't be making jokes about him being whooped. All right. So there you go. You see it's all mashed up. Now, let's just go ahead and throw this cilantro. Boom, right in there. Get it. Boom, boom, boom. And then let's put the jalapeno. Scrape that off in there. Just like that. We already put the lime juice in it, right? Oh, that's looking good. That is looking good. Now, the key to good guacamole, in my opinion, if you don't agree with it, fine. Like I said in the last episode, if you don't agree, you don't have to. This is the way I like it, and I'm showing you how to do it the way I like it. Maybe you'll like it. So if you don't, then mind your business and just say, I don't like that. But salt, the proper amount of salt can make or break, and the proper amount makes the guacamole. When it's not a proper amount, it's not good. Most people don't put enough salt in their guacamole. Okay? Don't make that mistake. Don't be afraid of it. But you don't want to get too much. So this is one of those deals where you got to season to taste. So I'm going to put about that much salt in it just to get it going. And I'm going to stir it all up. Or, as some people say in my hometown of Winfield, Louisiana, I'm going to steer it all up. So get that steered up, all right? Now you also have to take into consideration that you're going to have salty tortilla chips usually in this. So you don't want to get it too salty. Now let me get a separate spoon, because I'm sure Mr. Todd's going to be eating this and he doesn't want all my germs up in it. Oh my hayfoot. Oh my God.
I love guacamole, by the way. So I'm very excited.
Oh my God, it's so good. I'm going to do just a little pinch more. And I'm going to stir it up. So you see already, in just that amount of time, if you take out all the time of being stupid that I was being, you have fresh, delicious guacamole. Now, am I just going to throw this out to somebody and go, hey, try my guacamole? No, I'm not a savage. I'm going to put it into a container. A container that is worthy of a delicious guacamole like this. Okay? So, my wife has this. Look at that. She bought that.
Oh,
that how precious is that? I mean, it's an avocado that you put the avocados in. And look, it opens, and look, it's even got its spoon, so you can spoon it out. Okay? Isn't that just absolutely adorable? Where she finds these things, I have no idea, but she is the very best at it, finding things like this. But we're not using this today. You know why? Because we're men. That's why. The only men here today. So what we're going to use is something rustic, and looks like it just came right out of old Mexico, don't it? Look at that. So we got this, and then we're just going to Put it off up in there. Now that doesn't look like any guacamole that you've ever had. And it shouldn't, because I made this whole thing up. None of this was borrowed from anybody. I created this completely myself. Just like that. And then I'm gonna do this here. Wow. So I'm going to go and get the authentic traditional tortilla chips, the tortilla chips that I made, cut from corn tortillas and deep fried for Mr. Todd to taste. So hold on just a minute, we'll get to that. Okay, Mr. Todd is preparing to taste the guacamole. Now, Mr. Todd, again, is the owner, operator, and boss man of JT Media. And you can find his work at jtmedia.biz.
Look at you.
I know. I don't even have note cards and all.
I love
Yeah,
it.
he needs the work. I'm telling you. Look how he's dressed. Man needs the work. He just spent all his life savings on a trip to Dominican Republic. How long were you there?
5 days.
5 days. 5 days. He had $500 to spend. He stretched it over 5 days. Good for him. All right, so you got the guacamole,
Yep.
and are you ready for my homemade traditional chips that I cut from the tortilla of corn and deep fried delicioso,
Yes.
especially for this? Because I wouldn't just serve up any tortilla chips with my guacamole. So here are my homemade chips with a chip clip. Not only did I make these, I shaped them into little scoops.
Oh, look
So it
at
would be
you.
easier for him to pick up the guacamole with the scoops.
Aw.
All right, and I put them on a fancy plate too, so.
I do love guacamole. That's good.
Why are you yelling? I told you put on a microphone. He's like, no, they can hear me. I guess
No,
so.
it's-
And the neighbors can too. Sorry. That's good.
It really is good.
All right, and you can have all of that.
Really?
I want to watch you eat every bit of it right now.
Okay.
But those are all the chips you get. I didn't make a bunch of chips.
All right.
All right, so there you go. Another edition of Fend for yourselves. Now, if you never thought you could make guacamole, you can. It's not a traditional guacamole. It's a special guacamole.
It really is good.
But you can make that yourself, because that's what it's all about. Again, I'm not here to show off what I can do in the kitchen. I'm here to teach you how to do a few things if you want to learn. That's it. We'll share one with another. So we'll talk to you next time.
That was good.
I'm gonna have one.